Thank you for your interest in the International Comparative Education and International Educational Administration and Policy Analysis Master's Programs in Stanford Graduate School of Education. My name is Wotipka, and I'm Director of the ICE and IEAPA Master's Programs. In today's webinar, I'll provide an overview of our programs and answer many of our frequently asked questions. After the session, if you have any remaining questions, feel free to email us at info@gsd.stanford.edu or sign up for an upcoming webinar. I'll begin by mentioning a few of the unique features of the Graduate School of Education. First, we are widely known for having a very accessible faculty, as well as staff and students from a range of degree programs who are eager to work with our master's students. I'll address this in more detail later in the presentation. Classes are also small in the GSC. A class of 30 students is considered large. What's more, most of our classes are open to both master's and PhD students from schools across campus, allowing for a unique blend of perspectives incorporating both theory and practice. The GSC also allows students to pursue independent studies, such as directed reading and directed research, for those who are interested in learning about topics in greater depth from faculty members who teach on these topics. What sets the ICE and IEAPA master's programs apart from others in the GSC and from programs at other universities? First and foremost is the master's paper, a requirement for the program. The process of writing this paper provides students with unparalleled research training. The paper stems from an original topic of the student's choosing. It is based in a social science discipline, such as anthropology, economics, political science, or sociology. The process allows students to work closely with a range of resources, especially the faculty advisors. Those in the IEAPA program write papers relevant to current issues in educational policy. They make policy recommendations. Graduates cite the paper as the most memorable aspect of the program and feel that they have something to really show for their efforts. As seen by the titles of the master's papers listed on our website, papers address a wide range of topics, such as orphans and vulnerable children in Uganda, turnover among rural Chinese teachers. Every year, a few students choose to address domestic issues in their papers, such as this one, examining the relationship between student debt and choice of college majors in the United States. When students choose to focus on just one country, we encourage them to make their work comparative by addressing differences by age, gender, race and ethnicity, and social economic status, among other characteristics. In short, we offer as much flexibility as possible while maintaining the highest standards. Applicants often ask about the difference between the ICE and IEAPA master's programs. The two are nearly identical and differ mostly in course requirements. The IEAPA program requires that one takes all three of the core sequence courses in addition to resource allocation. Also, those in IEAPA are required to have a policy perspective in their master's paper. There are no quotas for the number of students admitted to each program, and choosing one versus the other on the application makes no difference in terms of the likelihood of gaining admission. In fact, it is even possible to switch between the programs after the start of the school year. The ICE and IEAPA master's programs are also unique in their small size. Cohorts average just 20 students. This allows for each student to receive individualized advising throughout the year, particularly on their master's papers. Roughly 2/3 of our students are females. About 1/3 are international students, with many coming from Brazil, Mexico, China, and other parts of Asia. Most are in their mid to late 20s, but we have had second or third career non-traditional students as well. Students enter the program with prior work experience in various areas, including research, teaching, nonprofits, international development, and policy analysis. Most will have had anywhere from 1 to 5 years of work experience. Some, but not all, enter with some prior research experience, such as the writing of a senior, honors, or master's thesis, and or research conducted at their universities or with their jobs. Students also benefit from the larger ICE community, which includes faculty, doctoral students, friends, and families. All students are assigned to faculty advisors whose interests align closely with their own. Our master's students take classes alongside ICE PhD students and those in other programs. 2 ICE PhD students serve as program assistants to the master's program, working closely with the faculty director to mentor students throughout the entire process of the writing of the master's papers. They also lead weekly discussion sections, conduct research workshops, and hold office hours. Other ICE PhD students provide informal advising related to research methods, statistical software, and other aspects of the research process. The ICE community is very important to us, not only in terms of scholarship, but also collegiality and friendship. We host quarterly dinners and other events to augment the many social events put on by the GSE Student Guild, open to all students in the GSE. There are several professional opportunities available to our students. The writing of the master's papers provides our students with the opportunity to present their work at professional conferences, such as the annual meeting of the Comparative and International Education Society. As these meetings are usually held in late winter or early spring quarters, students present their paper proposals. This allows them to gather feedback from scholars, students, and practitioners working in the field of international comparative education, and then to let them incorporate this feedback into their papers. Funding for conference travel is available from 2 sources. First is the GSE MA Travel Grant, available to master's students who present their work at professional conferences. The second is the ICE MA Fund, which is managed by a small group of alumni who vet proposals and distribute small grants to cover conference travel and research-related expenses. In past years, grants have been made to pay for datasets, data analysis software packages, and small gifts or drawing prizes for survey participants. The master's papers produced by our students are of the highest quality. Papers are modeled on those in peer-reviewed journals and average 30 pages in length. This has enabled some of our graduates to publish their papers in leading journals in their fields, including those pictured here. This is particularly beneficial to those who seek to pursue doctoral studies or other research careers. The ICE and IEAPA master's programs are well suited for a range of people. In particular, we find that those who seek the following gain the most from their experiences: excellent training in educational research, methods, data analysis and evaluation, strong academic writing skills, social science-based coursework in international comparative education, educational policy, and area and regional studies, and frequent and meaningful interactions with faculty. The program provides our students with the opportunity to work hard while learning much more than they had anticipated. Once they graduate, our students seek to work in the field of education or a range of related fields. A few will continue right away with doctoral studies, but usually students work a few years before continuing with further graduate studies, which about 1/5 will pursue. Graduates of the ICE and IEAPA master's programs frequently hold research and program management positions in education research or development organizations. Some graduates find private sector jobs, using cross-cultural perspectives in training employees and researching products. Here is a sampling of recent postgraduate placements for graduates of our program. More detailed listings may be found on our website. As we near the end of this webinar, I'd like to mention a few things to keep in mind regarding the application and financing the degree. The key piece of the application is the statement of purpose. Applicants are advised to highlight their research interests, prior experiences in education or related fields, international work, and professional goals. They are encouraged to identify faculty members whose interests align with their own and describe this fit in their statements. 3 letters of recommendation are required. At least 1 evaluation and letter should be from a faculty member at the last school you attended as a full-time student. Substitutions from faculty recommendations may include work associates or others who can comment on your academic potential for graduate work. All letters of recommendation must be submitted electronically. All applicants must provide GRE scores. While there are no minimums, we look for excellence in at least one area of the test. TOEFL is required from all applicants whose first language is not English, regardless of citizenship. Exceptions are made for those who have completed a bachelor's or master's degree at a recognized institution where all instruction was provided in English. When submitting the online application, you will be asked to upload your transcripts as a PDF. We cannot accept mailed, emailed, or faxed copies of your transcripts during the application process. Transcripts should be submitted for any institution at which you pursued at least 1 year of academic study. Finally, a resume is required. On the application, you will be asked the following question: why would you like to be considered for a GSE fellowship? For this question, the admissions committee considers a mix of both merit and financial need. Think about the ways in which your application reflects academic achievement that would lead to your success in the master's program in the GSE. Also, describe your financial needs, such as existing student loans, other debt, and funding sources you expect to use to finance your graduate studies. To highlight some information regarding how to finance one's education, keep in mind that most ICE and IEAPA master's students finance their studies through a combination of loans, personal funds, and merit-based fellowships. The GSE provides a limited number of merit-based fellowships, which are announced in offer letters. As students are extremely busy taking courses and writing their master's papers, we strongly discourage students from engaging in part-time work during their studies. International students may be eligible for special scholarships to the Graduate School of Education. These include the Beishan Foundation Scholarship for students from China, especially Hong Kong, the Claudio X. Gonzalez Graduate Student Aid Fund for citizens of Mexico, and the Lamont Fellowship, which provides support for a student from Brazil. These scholarships are intended for those who plan to return to their home countries and engage in the development of educational systems there. More information about ways to finance one's degree may be found on the GSE website under Financing Your Degree Master's Programs. Thank you for your interest in the ICE and IEAPA Master's Program at the Stanford Graduate School of Education. Should you have any questions, feel free again to write us at info@gse.stanford.edu.